Hey guys, it's Alexandra from Chasing the Bagua, and I just want to do a video on Lightworkers and what this means, because I really think we need to be a bit careful of opening ourselves up, our minds, our lives, our, screens to these teachers. This is a very prevalent term when it comes to people that think that they're doing good in the world, especially people that have new age practices like myself. I used to consider myself a light worker until I was saved in December. And this was a moment I actually remember very strong when I considered myself a light worker. It was about 6 months into my professional astrology practice. And I was like, wow, I really am a light worker. I'm bringing light to the world. That's what people think they're doing. But honestly, the only salvation is through Jesus Christ. And so if spiritual teachers are not teaching you of the gospel of salvation, then they are leading you to death and leading your soul to perish in the lake of fire, which is not anything to joke about. And I know people do joke about it, but it is a serious thing. So I used to consider myself a light worker, and I followed many of these light workers, right? Astrologers, people in the new age, tarot readers, sound healing, all these things where you're thinking that you are either raising your consciousness or you're getting healed. I mean, even these types of spiritual retreats that happen, like how much healing is really going on? Is there more deception? Is there a more need to do this? Or is there peace? Because the Lord will bring us peace and not intoxicate us with more need to go after, especially spiritually. And the spiritual realm is a real thing, no matter who tells you is not. Immerse yourself in the Word of God, and you will see that the spiritual realm is real, and we do not battle between flesh and blood, but higher principalities in the spiritual realms. So we have to guard ourselves. And with the terminology light worker, it is a red flag. If you look at 2 Corinthians 11:14, it states that there's no wonder, for even Satan disguises himself as a angel of light. So this is, something to consider. Like, are we actually healing? Are we finding peace? Are we finding resolve? As an ex-astrologer, I know that also, forecasting the future, predicting the future is not necessarily going to give us peace. And that is what the Lord does. The Lord bestows peace, not confusion. The Lord is not the author of confusion. But, as a ex-occultist, when I came out of this, I realized that I could just, take the Word of God, and that is sufficient for me. Whereas astrology, it was like this never-ending rabbit hole that led to here and here and here, and it was just never ending. It was like a labyrinth for your soul. And so these light workers, I would say to be careful of them, because they are false teachers. They are not doing any good for your soul or your salvation. And that is how you test spirits, is to see if they consider Christ as God. Is Christ true? Is Christ real? This is how you test spirits. And the Word of God, the Bible, will tell you all about this, which I know many people are really easily and readily open to other cultures, spirituality, Hinduism, Buddhism, even in Japanese philosophy, there are spirits. There, in every single culture, you are dealing with spirits. And so the Word of God talks about this too. So we have to really consider what is truth, especially in a time of great deception. 2 Timothy 4:3 does speak of this time where people will not endure sound doctrine, and having itchy ears, they will heap themselves to teachers in accordance with their own lusts. And so that is like today, on social media, you can go and seek out any type of teaching. The law of power is very prevalent, or the law of attraction rather. That is also a great deception. There are all these types of teachings that seem good, that seem like light, but they're not really light, and they're deceiving us from the truth. It is not all about prosperity. Being rich is not denotes how well you are doing spiritually. In fact, also the Bible does say it is harder for a rich man to get into heaven than a camel to enter through the eye of a needle. So that is pretty profound. So we really have to consider where we are putting our mind, where we're focusing ourselves. Is it on the world? This is why I think, why I know that the Bible has everything, every answer that we need is truly there to guard us from the perils of this world, to guard us from the evil one. It does say Satan is like a prowling lion ready to devour. So we really have to be on guard with our, full armor of God, so that we can get into heaven, so we can have salvation, so we can be with the Lord, and to really have true purpose and have true peace. So I just wanted to put out this video because it is something I just came out of, and I know a lot of people that follow my work probably are keen on this, keen on New Age as well. And it is a mass deception with false teachers that are leading us astray. So we do have to be careful. And I just wanted to put this message out there. I'll have more videos on the way. And of course, if you want, check out my testimony video, and I will see you soon.